Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Saturday, April 11th, 2026. And it's day number 362. Getting close to the 1 year anniversary where I began wearing the X39. And today I want to talk about faster recovery from exercise. And it stems from what I did yesterday in the live stream. And then, today's workout. I just realized I didn't update that. It's going to be here a 10-minute HIIT and fitness stress testing. I should have checked that before I posted when we started clicking the live today. Anyhow, faster recovery from exercise. It's one of the benefits that I talk about after I started using the X39, and I say this honestly because in all my years of exercising, pushing to failure, reaching failure, and this methodology I acquired from Jeff from Athlete X. And the reason why I say this is because I looked for many trainers or whatnot who was online, and when I found Jeff, when he was first broadcasting from his basement, like you see, he called it his Xbox. And I learned a lot from Jeff, and I still do, and I have a lot of respect for him. And the training techniques that I show you here on this channel, Unlock Your Bioenergy, originates from Jeff, because he is a physiotherapist first and then a trainer. And because of that, I gained a lot of respect for him as an individual, and I hold him in pretty high regards from the knowledge perspective. And so when I'm doing the exercises that you see here today, or each live stream, I believe I learned from the best. And because of that, the amount of torture, I guess if you want to call it, that I put myself through forces my body to go into a state of hypertrophy, meaning breaking down the muscle fibers and forcing your body to adapt. And in yesterday's live stream, the Feel It Friday, I did the card workout where I pulled out the cards and shuffled them on screen, and this was the result. So the barometric pressure yesterday was a little bit higher than what it is today, and I started the cards. And during the course of the workout, I felt different, largely because of the discomfort I was feeling when I was doing the queens, and that's the push-up in the mountain climber. And there were numerous there was a couple of times where I actually paused and took a breather, and largely because of how I was feeling. And when I debrief the workout yesterday, and I think I know why, and a lot of it has to do with putting on more muscle. And because of that, I was heavier. especially in the back area. And because of that, it takes its toll on the chest fibers. And I was feeling it. There was moments where you could hear me. I was pushing and expressing myself quite strongly. But I found a way to get through it, and overall time was pretty respectable, 20 minutes and 9 seconds. Um, and one thing I noticed is that my heart rate didn't go that high versus other weeks. When I look at you'll see here, I'm going to change the position so you can see for more what I see. So I've got tabs at the bottom of the spreadsheet. You can go and look at any of the previous weeks. So what I wanted to state was the previous week. So the heart rate. So here I had a higher heart rate, whereas yesterday it wasn't as high. And I think back to what I ate the day before, and does it affect me? And I think the answer is yes. One thing I did realize is that in this on this ace here of the A6, when I watched the replay, I realized I skipped the 60 skips. So it was actually the finishing time would have been longer because of the I forgot to do it, and a lot of that had to do with having fatigue and how it was playing with my mind. And when you start to get tired, it doesn't matter. Sometimes your body's going to say, oh no, I don't want to do this, and you start to compensate, and that's what happened. So it's going to be interesting to see how my body responds today, largely because of when I went to bed, I woke up and I felt great. Actually, I slept really, really well. And is that going to contribute to being able to do the 10-minute HIIT successfully? I think so. I think it's going to be good. And then I'm going to do the fitness stress testing. And this is where I want to be able to gauge if I'm actually progressing a little bit with the test, because I'm in the 97 percentile. 94 was the last strongest test, whereas the first time I did this pace at 224, trying to get 250 skips in 67 seconds, I was really close to getting it the first time. And it is a goal of mine to be able to actually achieve it. So today I am wearing the X49. Yesterday was red, this guy, so it's a different patch. And the X39 here. So, and I can sense the activation, the smell. I can smell the sensation from the X39. And I attribute that to what I ate yesterday for dinner, which was a stew of sorts made with chicken, a whole chicken. So basically cooking that in the water and using the 114 degree molecular bond angle water. For the soup, typically we use the cooling water, which is the reverse osmosis treated and then converted to the hydrogen bond angle. So, and with that, I can sense the activation because of the minerals and the ingredients in the stew. So my wife put carrots and other vegetables, and I think carrots are a good source of copper because I can sense the difference the following day. So, and does having a whole chicken, part of that, is it going to be a source of copper? Yeah, it's going to be. There's going to be minerals that are going to be extracted because of the heat and gets into the water, and it becomes a carrier. So, and does it make the minerals more absorbable? Yeah, I think so, because I can feel the difference. So it's going to be interesting to see how the fitness stress test goes today, after I complete the the HIIT, the 10-minute HIIT. But also in the links, today, you'll find that I have shared something which I have been, how do you say, I set it up way back when, many months. It's been many weeks ago now. And I'm asking for your support because I would like to be able to procure what you see, the VO2 Master Analyzer, for the purpose of showing you on this channel that what I'm saying with regards to the use of the X39, the X49, and also the water, that it contributes to better performance when you power your body with the best. What happens to you? Are you going to notice something? And having the VO2 Master equipment would allow me to demonstrate to you live, right here, because I would screencast the information and you would see it in real time. What's happening, how often I'm breathing, how my heart rate is, why my heart rate is high as it is, and what the water does to my body, and how it allows me to perform the way I do at my current age of 49 years old. Now, if you help me procure this with your donation, it'd be greatly appreciated, as you see right here. So the link is in the description, and your help would be greatly appreciated. Largely because I don't have the funds to procure it right now. I don't. So your help will get me one step closer. And with that, it's sunny Saturday. Although the light, I wonder if I could fix that. No. It looks like it's bright outside. The sun is shining through the light, but it's not, actually not. It's a very strong, pretty strong overcast today. So for those who are seeking the deep infrared light, to activate the process of photobiomodulation inside your body, ain't gonna happen today. And before I begin, I'm just gonna have a quick look at the barometric pressure. I'm gonna switch the screens here. So let's just do a quick refresh. Okay, so 999.37. Gonna look at the next 7 days, or the past 7 days. That's here. So back on April 6th, I talked about, or on April 7th, that's when the pressure was low, and it dropped over the span of 24 hours, and that's when I talked about people experiencing migraine headaches. And would you have another headache, let's say after this span over this is closer to 48 hours. So I think there's 24. Yeah, that's 48. So, to have a pressure drop over a span of 48 hours, your body's able to cope a little easier versus just 12 hours, which is over here. And if you are one of those people that experience, here you can see the date now where I was talking about, where you have here, this is the 7th, so the pressure change dropping all the way down. And will the pressure change or the low pressure have an effect on me today? Well, we're going to find out. Let's see. So this is my second cup of deuterium depleted water today. DDW for short. But this water has the hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees. And some will say, "Oh, I can't tell the difference." You haven't tried it. See, because you can tell if you are in tune with your senses, where your taste and your feel. If you know the difference between hot and cold by touch, then you'll know the difference between hydrogen bond angles. You should be able to detect it. So for all those people that say, "Oh no, I can't tell the difference," you might have if you can't tell the difference, then your ability to detect the difference is not that strong. And perhaps if you start drinking it for a while and your body develops stronger electricity in the body, where it increases that connection, the nerve impulses and whatnot, then maybe after a period of time you try something different, and then you drink this, and then you'd be able to tell. And that was the case for me. You can see there was my neighbor walked across and got my attention. So the water does play a role. Always will, and it always will be that way, because our bodies need it. And next week, I'm going to talk about this. This is a balloon, and I will be sharing my thoughts in terms of what I think this can help you uncover. If that's the best way to describe it. Now I'll leave it at that. So without further ado, let's get on with doing the 10-minute HIIT. And you can see there the text that's scrolling at the bottom left of the screen. All right. I'm going to use the Rope Master, the Buddy Lee Rope Master, and I will set the metronome at 165. So for the high intensity portion of the workout, have to skip at 165. That'll be the tempo. So you see each section there. All right, let's begin. When the timer turns green, that's when I'm going to switch to the pace of 165. So just a lovely. So you can see my heart rate shoot up there, which is good to see it's responding. All right. So obviously I'm not breathing that much, but my heart rate has shot up, largely because of the lack of, well, not necessarily my body's just circulating the oxygen. I'm not breathing. Still not breathing. Now I am. So if I had the VO2 master equipment, you would see what my breathing rate actually is. But my heart rate, yeah, it's real. Still not breathing. When you see it drop, all right, here we go again. Really? Ah. certainly feels different today. The pressure, there's something about it. Whether it's easier for me to, for my breathing rate to change, there's something different. Oh, I can certainly sense the activation of the patches today. Very pronounced. All right. There we go. Um, just going to turn that off there for a minute. Going to grab some more deuterium depleted water. There we go. It's going to be interesting to see the Alright, so I'm going to do the test today with all three ropes that I have. The first one is going to be with what I call the black rope, or the kinked ones. That's where this one here is. It's got the kink in it. So as you can see, that's going to be the first rope that I will use today. And then I will follow up with the beaded rope. This one, for whatever reason, haven't been very good with. Surprisingly, it does surprise me that I haven't been very good with that rope. I don't know why, but then I will finish with doing the fitness stress test with the Rope Master, the Buddy Lee Rope Master. That's the lightest rope of the three that I have, largely because of the rope itself. The thickness is 4 millimeters, I believe. Whereas this rope, the black one, the kinked one, is a 1/4 pound. It's a 9-foot length. It's probably too long for this test. I should probably use a smaller one. And I do have a smaller one. It's an 8/6, I think. 8. And if this rope here ever breaks or fails, then I do have a second one, just a smaller rope. So it would, using that rope smaller, comes around faster because it takes less energy to actually swing it with your hands. So from a testing perspective, you always want to make sure that you have something that is consistent, that you can measure the differences between that consistency. So in today's heart rate, you can see I saw the screen, or the heart rate monitor, turn red. So I know that my pulse is working on all cylinders. And if there's one thing I've really noticed is the activation of the patches today. And I'm pretty certain it has to do with the soup that I had yesterday, and the copper that was in the soup. And when you make it, or the stew was made with whole chicken, as I described earlier, and carrots and other vegetables, and I can really sense the smell today. So, and the combination of the X39 and the X49, it's different versus individually. So and it definitely, they're activating my body today, so I can feel the difference, and and I think it reflected in the heart rate today too, especially during that hit. So having more hydrogen from the stew accumulating in my body feels stronger today. And obviously when my heart rate goes up, that means when I was saying I'm not breathing, I'm really not breathing. But when I do, then heart rate just drops. And that's because of my body's ability to deliver the oxygen. Thus, I'm a little excited now, actually, believe it or not, to do this fitness stress test because of the what I've already experienced thus far in this episode. So, you can see the rope is ready. I will be setting the metronome. And, of course, it crashed on me here. Going to wait for it to start up here. Hopefully it's going to, there we go, that's good. So the tempo I'm going to set is going to be 224. One, two, three, four, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So without thinking about it too much, I'm just gonna the rope is not bending, you can see. All right. The tape that's around his handle is coming loose. It kind of just distracts me a little bit. And it's on my left hand. The handle on the right side is quite fine. Oh, I guess I could switch that handle if I wanted to. I've got another two where I can use. Alright. Wow, my heart rate really just dropped. So, let's go. I was trying to find a happy medium in that. And I was kind of, my mind was wandering a little bit. I don't know why. So, I'm just going to place my thumbs on the tape, the white tape here. Like half of the tip of my thumb. So about maybe half an inch over the white line. So I'm just going to see how that feels. Oh. Or maybe just the tip of my fingers touch the white. So that way it's a little bit longer. We'll see how that feels. Just watching my heart rate. Just want to be relaxed. Okay. Arms are hurting. Lots. Wow. I don't know how many skips that was, but it was getting close. I could certainly feel it in the forearms today. I think I got the handle right as far as the position on where I needed to hold it, but I did notice that the buildup of the lactic acid in the forearms was coming on pretty strong in the latter parts of the test. And when you could see my tempo start to fall out of place, that's when I was starting to hurt quite a bit. I didn't do any counting. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna keep going. Just focus on keeping the tempo, and essentially with that, my body gives way. So, was it enough to score a good result? I'll see in the replay. So, next is going to be the beaded rope. So I'm going to do the same test. Just going to have a little bit more water here. And I'm going to see how the test with this one is going to go. For this one, today I'm going to try holding the handle closer to the center of the rope. Just going to take a few skips here and see how it feels, because I can feel the slop, I guess, if you want to call it. And that is the level of bend that's in the rope, and in the handle. It's not a lot, but it's enough where I can tell I feel it and it distracts me. And especially when I'm trying to maintain symmetry with the tempo, meaning keep in sync with the tempo. So I'm going to try this approach slightly different today. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Wow. I started counting, I think, after 15 or something, or 20. And the level of discomfort with that rope is quite high. Largely because of how much I was moving my wrists. I could feel it in the forearms. So, is that going to play a role with the final rope, which is the Rope Master, the lightest one of them all? We're going to see. Just going to turn that off for a moment. So wow. That attempt felt pretty strong with the beaded rope. So it's going to be interesting to see how this final one occurs. Especially now with this rope, the lightest one of the three. So by rotating between the three ropes, is it going to help me develop the tolerance to help me complete the challenge with the first black rope, because that's obviously the benchmark. Because to complete 250 skips at 224 with this rope, I've done it already. And so that I know I can do. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to feel now, largely because I can feel the tension, like a little bit of a pump in the arms, even in the bicep, a little bit in the triceps, largely because they get involved in moving the rope as well, especially after the forearms get tired. Then the then when the arms get tired, or when the forearms get tired, then the pain starts moving upwards through out the rest of the arm, because I'm trying to compensate for the discomfort. So, last but not least, the test with this rope, the Rope Master. All right. Oh, lovely. Haha. Okay. The rope is starting to wear out in the center here. I can feel it, which is to be expected with any rope. They don't last forever. Alright, I will try this again. This time I'm going to hold on the very tip. So meaning I'm going to hold it like here. So the longest part, the tip is very far away from my hand. So that way I don't use a lot of energy to correct the length of the rope. And that way it maintains a nice, comfortable position in the hand, and then I remain comfortable and nice and relaxed in the hands, and that relaxation will travel out through the hands, and hopefully I don't cramp or feel any lactic acid buildup. So, I'm going to do this one more time. Whatever happens, happens. That's it. I said, I'm going to live on my word. Whatever happens, happens. And that happened. I tripped on the rope. So, do a quick here. Before I forget, I'm going to try to do a dead man hang. So, even though my forearms are all activated, I'm still going to do this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I could feel the buildup in the hands, and they're just slowly giving way. I think what I got to try to do is don't count, because it's a mind thing as well. So if I don't know how many numbers or how long it's been, then it's like a psychology thing. So I think I'm gonna, for next time or for future, I'm not going to do that, count the numbers out loud. I'm just gonna think of something else. So let's have a look at the heart rate results for today. Today's date stamp, April 11th, 2026. Starting time was at 3:35 Mountain Standard Time. Interesting, I didn't realize it's going to be like that. And then maximum heart rate I hit today was 207, which is right there. You see that? And could see this heart rate zone of 206, 185 to 206. It's in that range for a minute and 34 seconds in total today. So you can see the dotted line, the 200, just appear there at the top. So, and obviously my, wow, heart rate yo-yoed back up and down. So obviously showing my cardiovascular breathing, not breathing, my heart rate goes up, 3 times, and then the basically reserves of oxygen inside the blood dropped significantly, and then I was unable to keep doing it without holding my breath longer, essentially longer, then it would go back up. But there is kind of a relationship with the amount of oxygen that's contained in the body. So obviously I'm forcing oxidative stress, and does that contribute to activating or promoting more stem cell activity? Breathing has been said that it does affect that. So am I actually doing that? There are people that talk about holding your breath for 90 seconds or exhaling and then not breathing in for 90 seconds, and that acts as a trigger for your body to create stem cells. Am I doing that regularly? It's a question that comes to mind. So seeing the way my heart rate responded today, perhaps. So and basically my way of showing you that my heart rate recovery is quite good. I think my VO2 max numbers are really good. But to be able to show this, what the actual numbers are on screen would be, I think, very interesting. Because when I say I'm as real as heart attack, I think I am. And if you think I am just that, support me, or make a donation, or purchase your own rope and try it with me. See if you can match my my energy levels at my current age of 49. Just saying. And if you want to help with improving your glutathione production, the YH Renew. And these don't work if you don't have the amino acids in your body. So Got to have them. And you got to glue it together with the water. So make sure you make a good choice. Whether that's getting DDW from John Ellis, or if you want to purchase water from me directly, let me know. I'm serious. Let me know. So, that's it for today. We'll see you on Monday for Move It Monday. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Eat well. Sleep well. Get your patches. Exercise. And unlock your bioenergy with it.